We now return to Assassin's Creed 3, such as it is. Alright, how far away am I going? Too far. Too far to make it worth my while.
Anything. We'll take anything you can offer us. These two chase us and beat us when they can. If you could draw them away, we could take just enough to fill our bellies for the night. Still too close, mister. Draw them far.
And the other guy just lets it happen. Sure. Oh boy. I still think that's bullshit. There's no way to counter that. Haha. How the hell do you duck under the water? Is it in the fort? No, it's not even... God damn it. How do those guys even know I was there? They're down below the road. What is he? Is he up there? I don't have time for this shit.
You just watch me take a beating? That feel noise?
We were just...
Really, I couldn't assassinate him. Okay. Of course.
Thank you, my friend. They had a little too much beer and didn't like the sound of my voice. I was only talking to that girl.
Your accent is unfamiliar. Where are you from?
North of here. Province de Quebec.
And what brings you to Boston?
I am a miner by trade, but it's hard to find work. People don't listen to me because of my accent.
It might be our meeting was fate. I hail from a village just a few miles north of here. There are the beginnings of a mine. I do not know what is in there, but you might find what you are looking for within.
I'll come have a look. If there is something good, maybe we'll talk, eh?
Great. So, just as I am seeking to loot a bunch of bodies, they don't exist here. So fast travel to what, I wonder? There's not really a point in doing that, is there? Guess we're going here. Boston Brawlers. I mean, I could probably take this fort single-handedly. I mean, we could do that. Wrong side. Of course I am.
Study well the posters spread throughout the area. This criminal is...
I mean, is it even taking my money when I do that? Because it doesn't seem like it.
stalks these same streets as
Not
you,
much, anyway.
Your friends, your children. He must be caught at once before he can kill again.
I like how that doesn't affect anything. He just keeps talking. Is it worth it? No.
Need something, darling?
No.
Rude.
Can I help you? You know you can. Pardon?
Oh,
I do not like having my time wasted.
stop that! Oh, don't make me call the guards.
Make a sound and you die.
What do you want? He's in the harbor, at the Long Pier, most likely. We heard what happened at the parade. Charles got all nervous, said he was leaving the country. I thought he was overreacting. Guess not. No.
Thank you.
Should probably just kill him anyway. It must be upstairs then. 'Cause I can sure hear it. See, even that, like, what was the point of that? Oh, you're the gamer. I mean, it's not like I had to to beat a guard for it. It's not like I had to concern myself in any way with anybody. I could just walk in there and take it. Fast travel because I'm on a horse. Okay. I don't know, man. I think the crew see me. Idiot, get down. So you're telling me the easy way to do this would be to swim all the way around the harbor, go talk to the guy about notoriety, and then I'm golden. Don't mind me. No. No. Go around the fucking boat. Bet we could cut through here. Well, guess we found him anyway. You stupid fucker, what are you doing? the fuck are you doing? What the fuck was that about? I mean, like, a reflex shot right here would solve this fucking problem. Run, motherfucker, go! Get the fuck out of the way! So, where do I fucking go? I can't go in the goddamn fire, it won't let me go up. It's... oh my fucking god, Connor, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, this is such a fucking worthless game, I swear to fucking god. The interns worked on this shit, for sure. This is not the work of someone who actually knew what they were fucking doing. This is the, hey, it's about time we had another Assassin's Creed game. Anyone free to work on it, and then they did that. This is what they came up with. Can't jump backwards onto that. So I don't know what the fuck you want me to do here. I don't even know why I can touch that. Like, why come over here? There's no reason to even come over here. Well, yeah, no wonder I can't fucking find him. You're not letting me do anything. I'm on the inside of this fucking ship. How do I get out of here? Alright, I'm gonna find a YouTube video or something. This is fucking ridiculous. Alright. Run! Jesus fucking Christ. You stupid son of a bitch. This is infuriating. This whole fucking game is infuriating. Why are these fuckers in my goddamn way? It serves no purpose to have them run alongside me. Get the fuck out of the way. For real, we could just kill him right here. Like, there's nothing to be gained from doing this. This is stupid. The game thinks it's being clever and it's not. Down, you dumb fuck! How on earth did we win the war with such shoddy ships?
Why do you persist? You put us down, we rise again. You end one plot, we forge another. You try so hard, but it always ends the same. Those who know you think you mad, and this is why. Even those men you sought to save have turned their backs on you. Yet you fight. You resist. Why?
Because no one else will.
Of course I can't fucking run or walk or anything. It's gonna be one of those stupid things. You can't even... Okay, great. We gotta find the fucking stairs. Because of course we do. Oh, I love that. I love wasting more time in a pointless walking simulator. Walking Creed. So much fun. That was worth it.
Rough night, was it?
AAA gameplay.
He headed inland. Took a ferry up the Charles River.
I will need passage as well.
Of course. Only say the word.
Pick it up, Connor. Pick it up, Connor. What the fuck? So glad you're making me do this. So he traveled by boat. For how long? He was on that ship, and he just never fixed what was wrong with him. The whole puncture, evisceration thing. None of that. Even in the end, they still did a 5-minute walk to a 2-minute cutscene. Just sticking with the formula the whole goddamn way. Wasn't even 5 minutes, like 30 seconds to walk.
Why would they leave this behind?
Long have we waited for you to return. You have done as we asked. You have succeeded.
No! I have failed! My people are gone! Chased out by those who I thought would protect them!
It is a trade, a sacrifice, and not in vain. For you have found it.
This?
Now you must hide it, where none shall think to look, and then in time, what once was, shall be again.
I do not understand.
Nor need you. Only do as we ask. Then, you may do as you wish.
But what of my people?
You have saved this place, as was your people's purpose, and that matters most.
It is not enough!
It will never be enough. You strive for that which does not exist. Still, you have made a difference, and you will do so again. Remember, you must hide the amulet where none might find it.
I'm not sure a grave is actually where you'd want to hide that if no one was ever going to find it.
I know where the key is.
It's in a
let's
well-marked
go.
grave. You're a big old house. Did he dig that with his hands? Is that why his hands are all bloody?
Guess this is it.
We're right behind you.
Well, I mean, now you're right in front of me. We can go check on these emails? We can, actually. We can waste our time doing that. Sure.
Moment of truth.
Desmond looks like one of those guys, like those 35-year-old actors pretending to be a high schooler in a movie, you know?
Yes. Come. Here, at last. You know our story now. Of how we tried. Of how we failed. All our hopes extinguished. Save one. Your touch. A spark. A spark to save the world.
Wait! Do not touch the pedestal.
Minerva?
You. But how? You left. You destroyed the device.
Did you think there was only one?
What the hell is going on here?
You must not free her.
Free her?
Juno dwells within these walls, awaiting release. I will explain. While we worked to save the world, she sought instead to conquer it. She used our machines to set her plans in motion. Divination through numbers. There is a pattern to existence. To comprehend the calculations is to tame time. This was my focus. And so I built the eye to aid us. But she turned it towards her own ends. When we discovered her treachery, We put a stop to it, and then we left. But first we called to you, that you might try again. We thought it would be safe with her gone. Now I see we were deceived. She survived, she endured, and then she began to work. For centuries, Tinia and I walked the world, hoping to rekindle the spark of civilization. We shared what we knew as best we could. We were not the only ones, but for all the power we wrought, still death would claim us. But before it did, I would have one last look to know if we had succeeded.
That's how you're here now?
I had hoped you might find this place and finish our work. But it is too late. You and the Templars have squabbled over our refuse. You have wasted centuries, and so you have lost your chance. You cannot hope to stop the end now, Desmond. Only to survive.
She's lying! Only touch the pedestal and the world will be saved.
Better the world burn than she be loosed upon it.
Is that so? Show him then.
But he will not understand. It is complicated. It is...
Show me.
If you heed Minerva, the sun will have its way. The ground will crack and spit fire into the skies. All the world will burn. But this does not end the world, merely heralds its arrival. Darkness follows. Then you emerge, resolving to lay a foundation that such a tragedy does not befall the world again. You will become a symbol to those who survive. Hope, knowledge, determination. You will inspire them to rebuild, to thrive once more. And as the world heals, so too will humanity. But you are just a man, frail and mortal. You pass from the world, leaving behind only a memory. A legacy. You will be remembered first as a hero, later as a legend, and in time, as a god. It is the cruelest fate, to have written words that meant well, and see them made wicked and unwise. What was meant to encourage life, used instead to justify taking it. And so now you see that what was shall be again. So tell me, how is this better? She would sacrifice you, sacrifice the world, for no other reason than to deny me vindication.
They will enslave your kind, Desmond. Is this not why you fight? Is this not why you came here? To ensure more than just your race's future, but its freedom?
What future? What freedom? Billions dead and the whole cycle begun anew? This world has known nothing but heartache and horror since we left it.
Our gift to them, and you'd see it all returned.
Enough!
You must not do this.
Whatever Juno's planning, however terrible it might seem today, we'll find a way to stop it. But the alternative, what you want, there's no hope there.
If you free her, you'll be destroyed.
It will happen in an instant. There will be no pain.
You mustn't.
It's done, Minerva.
God damn it, what the fuck?
Then the consequences of this mistake are yours to live and die with.
You need to go. All of you. Now. Get as far away from here as you can.
Come with us. We'll find another way.
There isn't time.
Son.
You know it's true. It's already started. I need to do this now. So go. Go!
some sort of global aurora borealis. Never seen anything like this before. Eyewitnesses describe electrical storms and erratic displays of unusual weather. Residents are being asked to remain inside and wait for geological surveys are now reporting seismic activity throughout the Ring of Fire. Northeastern Canada is said to be experiencing the largest on record. Satellites and transformers are failing as the flare increases in intensity. Worldwide reports of blackouts seems to be receding. Residual seismic and volcanic activity is being reported, but nothing approaching earlier levels. Obviously, it'll be a while before experts are able to assess the full extent of the damage caused by today's events. But it appears the worst is behind us. We'll be sure to bring you more as this story develops.
It is done. The world is saved. You played your part well, Desmond. But now it's time that I played mine.
That's it. Okay. Nothing else. Yeah, great disappointment. Like, this was half a game, easily. Incredibly hollow. I mean, from the perspective of Connor, and, like, all the things you could do to help free the colony, why would he? What stake does Connor, as a character, have in the survival of the colonies? That's not his story. So you take away all the bullshit side missions that are basically like, go beat up a couple merchants that will just stand there and let you do it, apparently. Or whatever the fuck they thought they were doing when they were creating these liberation missions, right? Go tackle a bunch of redcoats who were harassing citizens. I mean, like, it was so empty compared to the previous games on what you can do. And, like, whereas that same thing of beating up a group that's harassing a single target is in the other games, you at least gain something from doing so. Like, you get characters to assist you out of doing that. In this game, there are no assists that I can see. Like, I mean, there were those vigilante groups just randomly everywhere. Well, not everywhere. Like, very few places, actually. The whole side quest minigame thing of, like, unlocking this so you can, you know, raise the level of your estate and get all this stuff, and pointless. Absolutely pointless. You don't need any of it. Like, at least in Assassin's Creed 2, you needed money to get better gear because things got harder. Like, the characters, the enemies got harder. In this game, the way they did that was just by making more of them. The enemies themselves were not that difficult once you figure out, you know, you basically just wait for a counter and then figure out whether you need to break their guard or you just go straight for an attack. I mean, there was nothing to the enemy in this game. And that's incredibly disappointing. And, I mean, God, I don't understand the decisions. Or rather, the lack thereof. Like, the city is boring. It doesn't feel alive in any way. Like, it just didn't feel like there was anything to get into and be a part of. You could take a complete, you know, featureless route with nothing on it and avoid any conflict if you really wanted to. I don't know. It was an imitation. You know, like I said, this felt like the interns took over. And just like, oh, well, yeah, we've played the other games. We'll just make another one real quick because we need to make a third one or something. I mean, at no point did the story even really feel like it made contiguous sense. You know, like you were, I guess, supposed to just understand American history, revolutionary history, just be like, oh, it's this point in time. You know, I'm thinking about like the first game, where you go to one of the many cities during the Crusade, and then, you know, you open up this section of the city, that section, get the clues, then you find the main bad guy for that chapter, and then that's your target. This didn't have any of that. It was just like, okay, here's the squad of bad guys, and in this episode, we're going after this bad guy. The story jumps ahead so much in this game that it just doesn't feel like, you know, why was I in the places that I was in? Just because that's where the story is in that point in history, I guess. It just, it was very poorly done. Overall, it was just boring. Especially since there was no, well, even with the fast travels, there was no reason to explore the cities at all. There was no reason to walk around. There was no reason to be a part of anything around you. And when it required your input, it was basically like, oh, okay, you're going to walk behind this prisoner for a few minutes, and I guess we'll let you push him a few times to get your frustrations out or whatever, and then we go straight into another cutscene. or the fiasco of the ending there with Lee. Like, was there a reason that we needed to get on a boat, chase him in a way we didn't see, just to track him down to an inn to kill him? Like, it went... why? Why couldn't we have just killed him on the ship? You know? Like, crash into a stateroom, or like a building on the harbor or something? You know, like... Maybe he just dragged himself to the harbor master's office or whatever, and he's just sitting in a chair, dying and drinking. Because, like, these guys suffered mortal wounds. We shot the guy, and we got almost eviscerated. And it's just like, oh, now we're going to get on a ship, and it's going to take who knows how long. And then we're going to get off the ship, and, oh, he just happens to be back at the inn. Like, I get... For closure, they wanted it to end back in the inn, the tavern, the whatever. But there was just so much of a better way they could have done that. You know, it was just so patched together. Like, they had a bunch of ideas, and then they just patched it all together. And they thought that was enough to tell a story. It was very poor storytelling. And really, like, when I opened the game tonight to start recording, I saw that I was like 40% done, 40% complete, which I assume then means that, like, all the other stuff comprised the other 60% of the game. 60% of the game was unnecessary. And to be fair, like, you didn't have to go do all that stuff in the other games too, but there was a purpose to doing it. Like, you know, getting a new place you could go buy maps and weapons, and getting places that'll give you more money so you can buy better things and upgrade and all that stuff. It was optional, but it behooved you to do it. In this game, there is no point. There is no point in doing any of that stuff. I mean, and really, if you did need money to buy stuff, because I get that I got kind of overpowered with my axe and stuff, because those were Ubisoft Club rewards that, you know, back in the day you had to unlock points through achievements and challenges and then you could use that as in-game currency. And so, you know, when you unlock all that stuff, it's kind of like playing Monster Hunter World with all the Guardian gear at the beginning. Like, it's gonna accelerate your start time there. But even without that, I don't think you needed to go very deep into making money to get a set of equipment that would do you. I mean, there was just... You could find a couple treasures and make enough money, and then you would have enough, and that would be it. Like, the whole other side of it just was completely unnecessary, or felt unnecessary to the game. Whereas, at least in, like, Assassin's Creed 2... it was easy enough that, like, it wasn't a hassle to do it. You know, it's like, oh, I guess I'm here, I'll just, unlock this. And I understand, especially with the length of the franchise that that Assassin's Creed has produced. Obviously there wasn't that many games when Assassin's Creed 3 came out, but I get that you want to try something different. You don't just want to repeat Assassin's Creed 2 all over again, even though clearly they tried to put more mechanics in there. They just didn't know how to integrate them. But, that's kind of essential. If you're going to do that, make it a part of it, don't just tack it on. And I don't know, man. I just think that there could have been so many other things they could have done. Like, how about, when you do that, when you upgrade your estate, when you find people, it gives you something. Like, maybe that's the way you get better weaponry and whatnot. Or at least you could upgrade it. Because it's freaking weird that you just go into a shop and it's like, oh, now we sell this bizarre-looking gun that just does a bunch of, why? That feels like you could have made that a research thing, completely optional, but, could have been interesting. And the native villages. Why not go around and liberate some villages, and then maybe they give you something, too, every time? And again, now I know that maybe that would not be accurate at all, and it would kind of, take away from Connor's whole identity, I suppose, in a way. But I don't know. Like, there was so much that just didn't feel necessary or just felt really cumbersome. The hunting thing. Why the hell are we hunting? That served no purpose. You didn't need to do that. You build a crafting system, and then you put in hunting, and you don't make those things matter. Like, for Connor, I should have been able to craft some arrows. Or put together, my own tomahawks, or my own knives, and something. Just something. Make it worth my while. And there just is there's no purpose. Just doing busy work. And in between the busy work, you're traveling from one place to another for about 3 minutes before you hit a cutscene that takes the action from you. And even the action points, the places where there was action, you were boxed in and limited. And this game should have been a movie. Just the way it was structured, you could tell that whatever story they wanted to tell, they thought the whole thing was going to be a movie. They thought cinematically about it and then wrapped a game around it, as opposed to focusing on the game first. At least that's how it felt to me. It just, I don't know, like the fight there, the end with your father. A neat concept, I guess. Use the environment to help you, but then there are very specific parts of the environment that you can use, and you can't fight any other way. It's just basically, they may as well have made it cutscenes, like fighting the wolves, or quick time. What I mean, they may as well have made it a quick time fight, like it was with the wolves, and then that would have been just as meaningful of a fight. They tried to build a relationship there too, like tried to be like, oh, maybe your father can be this way, like the whole, oh, that wasn't my commands to Lee to slaughter the tribe, kill my wife or whatever. And so it's like, oh, well, is he going to turn? Because then, they were like, well, he used to be an assassin and then he became a Templar, so maybe he's going to do some Darth Vader thing at the end. Redemption? Like, no, not at all. They could have done so much more with that, and then you have that battle with him, and you just want to kill him. Like, there's no sympathy whatsoever. There's nothing. There's no connection there. And I don't know. They tried to portray Lee as the final, ultimate bad guy, Blackheart, fine, but throughout he's also not the mastermind. Except he's clearly doing things on the side, but then we don't learn about what he's doing on the side until he's, there's no thread in the story to keep you in it at any point. Like, I didn't feel like there was any real investment in any of the characters. And I think that's a huge tragedy, especially when your whole game seems like it's going to be focused on telling a story. I don't know. There's DLC. Can we end this now? Gonna be a post-credits thing maybe that we're skip. Can you skip the fucking... What are you doing? Like, even that wall, you know? There was no big celebration like at the in the first Assassin's Creed. When you kill one of the guys, it's like, okay, this guy's done. The story can move on, you know. They closed each chapter of the story. This, you killed one of the guys on the wall, but we're never going to come back and mention it. We're not going to do anything about it. You can come back and look at it if you want. And even the estate. Like, it would have been, again, an involuntary side quest, but what they should have done is when you get all the guys, you know, the miner, the lumberjack, like all these people, you use what they can make to decorate your estate or whatever, you know. Just make this like a little sandboxy area instead of the stupid make stuff and sell it. That is unnecessary. So, now what? Well, why does it want me to come in here? Still more to the mission, huh? Alright. Well, I guess we can check it out. Is it like DLC stuff already? Because there's the tyranny of King Washington. There's the and then there's the Liberation DLC. Oh, what is going on up here? Oh, they seem to have taken care of it. You know what? We can liberate that fort. Sure, we can screw around. Fine. I guess I'll just continue on then. We'll go see what this quest thing is about. And then I guess we'll just keep going with the DLC, because if I stop, it's going to be forever before I come back. Let's just do everything with this game and get it done. Okay, I'll end here. I'll see you next time.